Hi, I'm Steven, the Salon Guy, and today we are at Salon Gratitude in New Hope, Pennsylvania, and we're going to talk to owner Matt Beck and his staff and find out why they love Millennium Harm software.
I would say Millennium software has helped my business because it really tracks the growth of each individual stylist. And when you look at any salon that's using paper appointment books or anything like that, if you don't have the software backing you up to show the individual growth, you can't get that from a piece of paper. So I love Millennium for that fact that I can really judge each individual stylist and see the growth day-to-day basis and really track how they're doing.
Millennium helps me as a stylist, helps me keep track of all my numbers from average take-home to the average services per guest, as well as the frequency of visits per year, which is extremely helpful in growth.
My favorite feature of Millennium, I would say personally, there's a million, but I love the email communication between Millennium and myself, because I know as a business owner you can't always be in the salon. So at night at 9 o'clock I get 3 different emails stating my day, the register reports, the individual staff numbers, so I can really assess my business at night where I don't really have as much going on, and then the next day I can really tackle all the issues that we had throughout the day.
I feel that Millennium definitely helps me make more money in the salon because on an average day I can go look at my numbers and see what my take-home score was, how much I brought in that day service-wise, and see what my goal is for the next day.
Millennium helps me as an assistant because it allows me to know the specific timing for each stylist, because you're able to customize the timing for each service, so I know when and where I need to be at each time.
I do think Millennium helps me make more money in the salon. It shows me my sales from the past year, from the month, weekly, in a simple click of a button, and it helps me keep track of them.
Another benefit of having the software and having the support behind it is I make a phone call at least once a week to really find out something new about the software. So I don't know how they feel about it, but I make a phone call once a week just to say, hey, I'm looking for this number, how do I find it? And then they find that number for me, and sometimes they even give me ideas as a business owner. So it's definitely a valuable thing, and it's something that I love about Millennium because I can make that phone call whenever I want.
Millennium software is probably the easiest software that I've ever used. It's pretty self-explanatory that you have trouble doing one thing, there's probably about 5 other ways of doing the same thing. So it's going to really help you out.
Everybody in my staff gets trained on Millennium. I think it's important. We're a smaller salon, so I really didn't see the value so much in having just a receptionist. We have many assistants that work on the software, but also the stylists are very involved in it, because I believe that if you don't know where you've been, then you don't know where you're going. So if they don't look at the software and they're not comfortable with it, then how are they going to understand how to grow? So it's important for me to know as an owner how to use the software, but then it's also just as important for the stylist to know too. So we train everybody on it.
I definitely feel that all assistants should be trained on Millennium. It's going to help you in the long run to know what your numbers are. It's going to help you rebook once you become a stylist, but it's also going to help you assist your stylist and your owner a whole lot better.
I would have to say my favorite feature about Millennium is that it shows me my rebooking percentage per month, per day, per week. I'm huge on rebooking, and I feel as a stylist you should be able to look ahead in your book and say, okay, I have this amount of people coming in, I have this percentage of people coming in, how can I focus and bring more people into the salon and get more people to rebook?
I think one thing that I always do is watch my weekly numbers as well as my monthly numbers, as well as run reports from last year to compare. It helps me reflect as well as compete with myself to constantly get better.
Millennium is really good with marketing, especially with the emailing. Emailing our guests is so easy to remind them of their appointment. I get compliments all the time from that because it's just so easy for people just to check their email, because most people can do it right from their phone. So it's very convenient for them.
Just the email factor, being able to stay in contact with your guests, notify them about specials, notify them when their appointments are, allowing you to send out special offers for their birthdays.
Millennium is a company that not only has a software for your business, but it's also a company that partners with your business. And it's somebody that is going to help you in all aspects, not just from numbers, not just from an appointment book. It's things like email confirmations that they send out for free, and things that it's just, there's so many different things that Millennium does that if you don't have Millennium, I don't know how you could run your business as well as we do currently.
Using Millennium, it's something that kind of is worry-free.
It just helps push me that much more.
I wouldn't buy any other software other than Millennium to run my salon.